Oh, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is day 2 of 365 days of me writing a singular short story a day. The point is to become a better storyteller. And everything that's being recited to your ears is unedited. It's all hesitations, all mistakes, because the plan is to master my skills in storytelling or develop them more. So, without further ado, the story is called Black Bison. The rays of the sun showered downward onto the land. Perched on a rock, a reptile with spikes protruding from head to tail, its body pulsating. The spotted flesh provided a layer of camouflage for its surroundings. In this desert like climate, the ground suddenly erupted with vibrations. The vibrations evolved into rumblings. A herd of bison treaded through the land like grounded thunder and lightning. Tailing behind the herd, a black steed. The wind brushed through its mane majestically. A white bit sat in its mouth. The rings juggled throughout the air. A man mounted this steed. There were clicking sounds coming from his heels. His boots went inward. Hia! Hia! He belted, with one hand atop of his head, securing his hat from being taken away by the wind. The steed picked up velocity. The surrounding scenery blurred. The wind howled. The tramplings under its hooves tore through the surface, liberating rubble. The steed now pacing alongside the herd. Hia! The startled creatures wailed deeply, almost submerged in a thick cloud of dust. Their large head and horns never allowed the dust to exceed their vision. The rattle from the man's spur turned inward. The reins suddenly stiffened. The horse clenched down on the bit. The blur of the scenery subsided. The thunderous trampling slowed down, then receded back to murmuring vibrations. The man had his steed, the man and his steed gazed at the vast ranch gracefully. Later, while tying his horse up in the in the shed, he's approached by a silhouetted figure. The air seemed off. After years of ranching since childhood, he could sense the slightest imprint on his land. Now, you got two options. Introduce yourself or one of us will figure out why the other one is called the golden draw. Choice is yours. The intruder held up a wanted sign, snickering. Oh, Bison, you don't recognize an old friend? You that old, huh? Immediately entranced by this heavenly, silky, smooth southern drawl. Total recall. Caroline Freeman, just as pretty as honey, is sweet. Another gentleman leaned forward. I brought her here. He stood up, whipping a towel from his back pocket, dipping it in a bucket of water, gently rubbing his hands together. Soon, soap suds rose to the top of the bucket and spilled over. So, Jimmy, damn, what white man caught you with his wife again? Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it's the only time you come and speak to your own blood. Jimmy turned his head, chuckling. There's a bounty of $100 on your head. The towel was tossed in the bucket. $100? Oh, Billy's still mad, huh? Yeah. He gestured for them to follow. He gestured for them to follow him towards his chickens peeked at towards his towards his house, towards his home. Chickens pecked at the feed. A singular cow glared at them. Clumps of grass dangled from its mouth. They plan on taking over a few towns and your bank. A chair gently pulled out from under the table. A chair gently pulled out from under the large wooden table. She humbly looked. She humbly took a seat. The man revealed a large wooden box, twisting each lock from its hold. Pacing back and forth. Each step was like dropping dense objects. The sound echoed downward through the floor. Jimmy's arm bent with one hand on his belt, the other stroking his beard. They took out my wheel horse. I had to personally deliver the message to his kids. Come on, we need your help, man. With both elbows on the table, her dress dancing rapidly as she tapped her foot, pondering, if Billy isn't taken out this time, he'll only overtake more areas. The crack of a Winchester, click clack. He landed the weapon. He loaded the weapon. The crack of a Winchester, click clack. He loaded the weapon. Crack, the sound of a broken branch meant it was ready for use. I said once I hung my hat up, that would be. I said once I hung my hat up, that would be it. I guess God calling me back. Galloping along the sunset, they charged. Hiya! Ride 'em, cowboy. It's not even about perfection. This is about getting better. This is my process. I ain't ashamed of it. I'm gonna reach this goal.